In this presentation, we are going to present our project for donation statistics. For an overview of our project, we choose narrative track to address the problem: what is the current state for public schools? The datasets we utilize are from donorschoose.org, a funding platform for public school teachers to find resources in need. The goal of our project comes in two forms. The first one is that we want to use the visualizations that we built to provide useful information about the donation statistics over the past years and help future donors to explore the options to make contribution for public education on their end. The second one is that based on our observation, a large number of projects are not fully funded at the end. Therefore, we want to build a model to predict whether a project can be fully funded or not, to allow teachers to better understand what are the characteristics for projects to get fully funded and how should they refine their project proposals.
Our visualization page is split into two main sections, and I will be introducing the first part, donation cost analysis. First of all, we are using a map to show the distribution of project costs geographically. By using the tooltip, we could see the mean cost and sum costs in each state, and their time changes are shown below in the two line charts. And one cool insight we found is that the 5 top states who received the most funding per pupil match with the darkest states in our map, for example, Wyoming. Thus, we assume that these states may place more emphasis on education. Even though they have plenty of fundings for the public schools, many teachers strive for getting better resources for their students. And our second visualization are showing that understanding the project costs based on categories can help donors learn about students' needs. And we analyzed the impact of grade levels and resource categories on project costs. We found out that pre-K to 2 need the most costs and technology and supplies require most costs than other categories. Our third question is investigating the question of how much money each state donated. We present both mean and sum through bar diagrams to review the differences.
And in the second half of the visualization, we mainly focus on the analysis about successful rates. So we firstly have the line chart showing the successful rate over years, and we could see the rate is keeping at a relatively stable level, which is around 76%. And the following charts show the relation between the successful rate and grade level or the resources categories. In addition, we have some analysis about successful rate and school metro types. Here, we also have some further analysis combined with free lunch rates among different metro types and states. And finally, we have two visualizations about the influence of geographical locations and project cost intervals on the successful rate. And one cool insight here we could see in the state map is that it seems like there are some state clustering patterns reflected by this map. So the southern part of the US, especially the states in the southeast of the US, have relatively low successful rates in general, and the north part of the US has relatively high rates.
So another part of project is to build a model using logistic regression and back and forth to predict whether a project can get fully funded or not. On this page, we show how our model make the prediction and allow users to input their own project description to get the result. So here we first visualize the weights that our model assigned to each features. And it's interesting that our model generally think that features related to music and team sports will contribute positively to the fully funded rate. In our next section, we show examples of project descriptions, and we allow users to highlight the parts that they think incentivize them to donate. And by clicking on this button, they can tell us what they think and also compare our model result with their result. So the words that are highlighted in green is the words that our model think will contribute positively to the fully funded rate. And on this last section, we allow users to input their own project description and to get a result from the model. So if the model predicts that it cannot get fully funded, we will provide suggestions on what words to include in order to improve the project proposal and to increase the probability of getting fully funded.